Mayor Brandon Johnson appoints a new superintendent of the CPD, and the Chicago media follows dutifully along. The media didn't ask a single critical question. They did, however, write different versions of the same press release. That counts as something, right? Hello, everyone. I'm Tracy Sisko with the Chicago Justice Project. Welcome to Good and Bad Justice Journalism. Today, we look at the top 15 questions the media hasn't asked Chicago Superintendent to be Larry Snelling, but should have. We'll take a look at the coverage from the Tribune and Sun-Times, Black Club, BEZ, Cranes, and TTW in part 2, which will be coming soon. Question number 1. Was Laquan McDonald murdered? If not, if he says no, he should not be confirmed. Did John Burge torture suspects, or it has been one large conspiracy against the CPD from the far left and civil rights lawyers? Another alt-right check, right? What are your thoughts on the Ronaldo Gravata cases being thrown out by Kim Foxx? He's either for or against accountability. Is the police accountability system too hard on officers? Once again, it challenges alt-right beliefs within the department. If you believe any officer that was fired by the police accountability system should not have been, please name them. Officers complain all the time, but they can't really cite specific cases. Do you think all police discipline should go through the arbitration process, or do you believe the current system of the Chicago Police Board hearing cases of serious misconduct should stay in place? The FOP's current mission has been for about 40 years, actually, is to get rid of the police board. Let's see where he stands. In your 31 years with the department, please cite a specific time you reported an officer for serious misconduct, like brutality or corruption, to the police accountability system. What was that misconduct involved? Who was the officer, and what was the outcome? I call this the Eddie Johnson question because in his interviews, he said he had never witnessed a single act of misconduct in his 30 years. No, not a chance, Eddie. And let's see if Larry's any different. Why is police morale always the lowest it has ever been every single year? Or is it that the FOP, the Fraternal Order of Police, lying about this most years? Let's face, is he in reality or isn't he? What are your thoughts on the president of the Fraternal Order of Police, John Catanzara, initially saying the insurrectionists at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021 did nothing violent? It's another alt-right check question. Another one. What are your thoughts on the president of the Fraternal Order of Police, John Catanzara, comparing the city's vaccine mandate to Nazi Germany? Still another alt-right question. Let's see where Larry falls on this. Would you commit to doing a transparent and scientifically based staffing study in your first year in office and every year after? And if it said you needed to move officers from the white north side communities to communities of color in the south and west sides, would you commit to doing so? Does he believe in evidence-based decision-making, or doesn't he? We will find out. Well, we would find out if they'd actually ask these questions, right? Do you believe that reform lifting car and foot pursuits put in place by former Superintendent David Brown is a good policy, or do you believe it should be changed, and how do you plan on changing it? Best practices, FOP stooge, like where does he line up, right? Question 13. Cite 3 times in your career that a CPD officer has violated the use of force policy, but their violations did not end up in charges being filed with the police accountability system. Another Eddie check. Also, he's a use of force expert. Supposedly he's been called in as an expert witness all these times. Let's see if he can be honest about it. What is your definition of community policing? Soon-to-be Superintendent Snelling uses rhetoric around community policing all the time, and he talks about it a lot. What's his real definition? Does he know what he's talking about? And lastly, question 15, what specific things did you discuss with Mayor Brandon Johnson in your interview? Will he be honest, or will he bow to politics? Let's be honest, in this position, he's probably going to bow to the politics. Why is the media not asked these questions? Well, they're too busy copying press releases, right, ladies and gentlemen? It's the epitome of a feel-good story. Now, he spent most of his time at the academy, and there have been all kinds of problems with the training of police officers for like the life of the department. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, he went on a historic rise from lieutenant to superintendent in 4 years, an unprecedented rise. At the same time, he spent most of his career training officers, and then he skyrockets. How Chicago is him, right? He may be great, but remember, he has 2 merit/clout promotions in his career. That should be a little concerning, right? Who did it? Why did they give him those promotions? The media needs to find out. So maybe he earned these promotions, but then again, this is Chicago. We'll be back with part 2 of this, analyzing the press release coverage of the outlets I named earlier. It's pretty sad. There's not that many words that are actually different when you go from report to report. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. It really helps to support our work. I'll be back with you soon.